Every year, the fellas and their lovely ladies get together in Virginia Beach. They call it College Beach weekend, but really everybody involved calls it Black College Beach weekend, because it's a gathering of 30, 40, 50,000 black people in Virginia Beach, and it's been happening since the 1980s. Here's how it works, and this isn't just Virginia Beach, right? This is also Black Beach Week in Miami Beach, Black Bike Week in Myrtle Beach, and dozens of other places around the country, big and small, where they have large gatherings of black people and bad things happen. So this is how it rolls. The first part is always the cops showing up on TV a couple weeks before the event. They always say, this year isn't going to be like last year because we're going to be ready for them this year. And that's what happened last year. And then comes the event, and then there's shootings, there's stabbings, there's all sorts of violence, mayhem, chaos, disorder, and then people go, oh yeah, we weren't really ready for it, were you? Then the next day, as in, we're going to see in this video from last year in Virginia Beach, people in Virginia Beach went crazy. They said, how did we let this happen to our town again? If you want to see more on Virginia Beach, by the way, we've done tons of stories on Virginia Beach, the whole history of it, history of violence, denial, deceit, and delusion, and don't make the black kids angry. So that's where it's an easy place to pick that up. Lots of links to lots of videos there. Anyway, why don't we watch this video from last year about the day after video in Virginia Beach.
Recovering after a shooting near the boardwalk during College Beach weekend. We broke this story last night at 11. Police officers say they responded to reports of shots fired on 18th Street just minutes before our broadcast. And now we're learning about a stabbing on 24th Street that also happened last night at the oceanfront. Jacqueline Lee was there last night as shots rang out. And Jacqueline, you're learning more about a petition that already has thousands of signatures.
That's right, Philip. That online petition has over 5,000 signatures. People are calling for an end to College Beach weekend because they're saying it's too dangerous. Now, my photographer Jamel and I, we were here last night getting ready for our 11 p.m. broadcast, and that's when we heard loud booms, and then we saw a flood of people on the boardwalk. They were sprinting towards us, sprinting away from 18th Street. That's when police confirmed that 4 people were shot last night around 10:50 p.m. They all have non-life-threatening injuries. So we decided to come back today and try to talk with businesses in the surrounding area where the shooting happened to see, how they were reacting, how they were holding up. Most of them did not want to talk to us on camera, but I was able to talk with one employee, and she described what it was like last night.
There was a big crowd over there, and it was really rambunctious, and then all of a sudden they heard gunshots, and everybody scattered. A lot of people came rushing in here. I heard that people came rushing in our back room, went through that back door over there, and started coming in the back to get away from the chaos.
And Virginia Beach police said it was a really busy night last night. They could not give us the number of incidents or arrests, but they did say there was a stabbing on 24th Street. We're told that person is going to be okay. It's non-life-threatening injuries. In Virginia Beach, Jacqueline Lee, 13 News Now.
So this year they started it all again. They know that their town is going to be under attack by a whole bunch of fellas and their lovely ladies just in a couple weeks at Virginia Beach. And they've gone through the kabuki dance. Here's the first stage. First stage, the cops, we're going to see it. This just happened a few days ago. The cops look in the camera and go, oh no, this isn't going to happen again. Not on our watch, because we've got it under control this year. This has been going on for 35, 40 years.
Big one coming up at the end of the month, and a lot of young people will be there. What nobody wants is a lot of trouble on College Beach weekend. It's happened before, but police are getting the warning out now that it will not be tolerated. 10 of your side's Jason Marks talked with the police chief today. Jason?
And Tom, here at the Virginia Beach Municipal Complex, they have been planning for this weekend coming up April 27th for a year. The chief tells me they've gone ahead and looked at past events and made adjustments.
Oh, yes, a tremendous amount of resources go into it.
Every year, Virginia Beach officials continue to tweak and adjust how they handle College Beach weekend.
We see what we did right, what didn't work out.
Since the moment College Beach weekend 2017 ended, city officials have been planning for the 2018 event. Officials expect to see more than 40,000 college students for the event April 27th. In the past, we've seen shootings, stabbings, and fights, an image city officials aren't proud of.
It's a continually learning event. And, you know, when they say how long do we plan for it, man, we plan all year long.
The chief says this year more help is coming from other city departments. Together, they've reached out to colleges, oceanfront businesses, and residents for input. They are also continuing to monitor social media.
So we scour that continually and constantly, and then someone will send us a tidbit of information. Same thing with your industry, and then you begin to investigate on that.
In past years, most of the officers would be scheduled to work at night. That, too, is getting adjusted.
This particular year coming up, we're going to bring in officers on a staggered shift basis so that officers are coming in early afternoon, because last year we had a large crowd influx in early afternoons.
The chief says the city has to walk a fine line between enforcement and having fun.
We want everyone to enjoy themselves. You know what that is. But once someone becomes violent, someone becomes disorderly, then any police agency across the country is going to step in.
In the end, it's about having students go home the same way they arrived.
The name of the game is safety and security.
Safety and security, and city officials want to make sure the community knows exactly what's going on. They're holding 2 community meetings dealing with Beach Weekend coming up in the next couple weeks. We put those meetings and the information, the place, the time, and what about more information on wavy.com.
And so now the people of Virginia Beach are waiting for the tsunami. They're standing on their beach. They know it's coming. They're all praying. They're all throwing themselves on the kindness of strangers that maybe this year the 30, 40, 50,000 black people that descend on Virginia Beach, Virginia, will be kind and gentle and mannerly. And they'll pay their bills, and they won't shoot each other, and they won't go around causing all sorts of mayhem. If so, that'll be the first time that's happened in a very long time in Virginia Beach, except nobody in Virginia Beach is willing to say so, because in Virginia Beach there's only one thing worse than pointing out the obvious, that their town is a target of large-scale black mob violence every year for Black College Beach Weekend. The only thing worse than that is making the black kids angry.